This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore.
The events that we witnessed last week in the United States Capitol the ramifications of the events we witnessed, let's just say this, the historicity of those events, they're not going to come to fruition for maybe a generation. But in the meantime, we can kind of calibrate our understanding of what went on based on what other Americans believe and how they feel about what took place. And Quinnipiac just released a poll conducted yesterday, and it has some expected, but also some very alarming results. And I want to talk about those. This is from January 11th, 2021. 74% of voters say democracy in the U.S. is under threat. Quinnipiac University National Poll finds 52% say President Trump should be removed from office. A preponderance of the citizens of the United States of America believe Donald Trump should be removed from office a second time. They believe a second time that he should be removed. There's no limit constitutionally to how many times a president can be impeached. There is a limit to how many times it can be removed. Well, technically there is, because along with the impeachment process is a vote to either allow or disallow that particular officer who is being impeached and then convicted. There's a vote to disallow or allow them to run for federal office again. During the entire impeachment fiasco last time, I talked about Alcee Hastings, who was a federal judge who was impeached, and they never voted to have him precluded from federal office, so he ran for Congress and won. It will be the duty, the moral and ethical obligation and patriotic duty of senators in the United States Senate to not only vote to convict Donald Trump and boot him out of office, or if the vote takes place after he has left office, to vote to convict, which will do several things. One, it's going to strip him of any post-presidential benefits. He won't get a travel budget. A presidential library will be out of the cards. He won't get a pension. He won't get Secret Service protection for life. He will be more besmirched than he already will be. There will be a dark cloud that follows this megalomaniac everywhere he goes. A darker cloud than will already follow him. But let's talk about some of these numbers from Quinnipiac. A majority of voters, 56%, say they hold Donald Trump responsible for the storming of the United States Capitol, while somehow 42% don't hold him responsible. It's these numbers, this minority numbers, that discourage me so much, that really broadcast the problem that we face in America today. A slight majority, 52 to 45%, say President Trump should be removed from office. Voters also say 53 to 43% that he should resign as president. And this is maybe the most disturbing number of them all. President Trump has a negative 33 to 60% job approval rating, which is a substantial drop from the negative 44 to 51% rating he received in December of 2020. 33% of Americans still believe Donald Trump is doing a good enough job to approve of that job he's doing. 33% of America is effectively a Donald Trump cult, or too stupid or preoccupied doing something else to pay attention to the damage he's doing to the republic. He's leaving our nation in tatters, shredding the Constitution, shredding any semblance or hope of accountability. And 33% of our fellow citizens think, that's A-okay. I don't understand it. And I'll tell you what it tells me, and what it should communicate to you, is that when Donald Trump is gone, when he has expired, when it's a generation away and he's been long dead, Donald Trump will still be with us. The lasting effects of his fascistic BS that we've witnessed over the course of the last 4 years will remain with us. It will not die with Donald Trump. And I believe that even more fervently today, after witnessing the melee, the attempted overtake of the United States government, the plot to kill, capture, kidnap, hold hostage members of Congress. They hung a noose high outside the United States Capitol building. This unwashed, toothless band of morons, with a few well-trained individuals sprinkled within, who strategically carried out, a well-organized, well-conducted plot. 33% of Americans still believe Donald Trump is doing a good job. So impeachment is underway. Yesterday morning, the House voted, giving Mike Pence a timeline. That if he does not invoke the 25th Amendment, gather the cabinet, see what they can do to remove Donald Trump from power, to effectively have him not be president, have Mike Pence take over those duties. If he doesn't do it, the Congress will be forced to impeach a second time, sending it to a trial in the United States Senate, where there is an undetermined amount of support for it. We know there's 2 or 3, possibly Ben Sasse from Nebraska, Mitt Romney, certainly, from Utah, Lisa Murkowski from Alaska, Pat Toomey, just yesterday, said he needs to go. But we need 17 Republicans to make it work. I don't know how you feel about it, but it is remarkably depressing to me. I've spent a great deal of my life in service to the United States. Many years in the Marine Corps, on active duty. I worked in that very chamber that dipshits like Josiah Colt, who still hasn't been arrested, defiled. For many years, worked in and around the United States Senate on Capitol Hill. And this is the other problem that we face right now. I know I'm all over the board. Pamela Brown just tweeted this yesterday. News. Multiple sources tell me and Jamie Engel, White House counsel Pat Cipollone, and former Attorney General Bill Barr have warned POTUS, Donald Trump, that they do not believe he should pardon himself. POTUS has asked about pardoning himself in recent weeks. Maggie Haberman from the New York Times first reported. So even his most loyal bootlicking sycophants are instructing him for his best interest not to pardon himself. I'm torn on the issue. I think Donald Trump should pardon himself, because ultimately it will be struck down, I believe, and he will be able to be convicted. He will be waiting for help from a Democrat. And then we would just have to really put pressure on Joe Biden to not do so, to not pardon Donald Trump for the good of the country, to allow justice to take its course, a trial, a conviction, a sentencing. That will heal America. He has been banned from Twitter and Facebook, and his complicit media partners, Fox News, Newsmax, One America News, all they've talked about all weekend is that he got banned, giving zero context for the reasons. That Twitter is doing the job of U.S. intelligence agencies and reading the chatter on its platform and realizing that there is a concerted effort right now to plan, to organize, to orchestrate a disturbance during the inauguration of Joe Biden, possibly a violent one. And it is Donald Trump broadcasting that he's not going to be there. Everything's good to go, guys, that they're finding. So they booted him off the platform. Every other responsible outlet gives the context to which this happened, under which this happened. Not Fox News. Because even though they witnessed and reported on the same thing we witnessed on the 6th, the ransacking, the insurrection, the attempted coup of the United States of America in our manifestation of democracy, the United States Capitol building, even though they reported on it, they know what we know, possibly more, they still are whipping the minions into a frenzy. I never thought I would live to see a day when a United States president would incite an insurrection against a government. And if you still don't believe it, just look at the photos. Just look that every goon is carrying a Trump flag. They were there in service to Donald Trump. He needs to go. He needs to resign, or he needs to be, or both, impeached and removed, forbidden from running for federal office again, stripped of any benefits, any accolades, any honors that come along with being a former president of the United States. Obviously, that's how I feel. I'd love to know how you feel. 714-576-4054. Email me daily at dollemore.com. I am going to be spotty this week. I am moving this studio somewhere else. I am moving. And it's going to be a little hectic because I'm doing it myself. So I will try to be here as many days as I can. This week and next week will be a little weird until I can get the other place kind of set up and running. I would love for you to consider supporting my work here on YouTube for as little as $2 a month. You can click the join button and become a channel member. That would be fantastic. You can also visit my Teespring store, pick up a shirt, be genuine, take care of one another. Joe Biden's 1 in a quadrillion. Those are doing pretty well and kind of funny. Anyway, I would love your support. Thank you. Follow me on social media. Connect with me there. I'd love to see you. I'll see you next time. Until then, be genuine. Take care of one another.